Joanne has a question on the website saying, my husband and I are 70. We have a diverse stock portfolio managed by professionals with 12% in gold and silver. We are thinking of taking monies out of the market because of the impending bubble crash and buying more gold. Where can we put funds to keep them safe? Now, Dan says gold is worthless, and Joanne is saying that she doesn't understand that, so please help me have some clarity with that. We're faithful disciples of Jesus and living kingdom focused. However, we need wisdom with this issue. We've worked for years and do not just want to lose our savings. We've prayed much about this, but still have no clarity. Thank you.
So I don't know that I've ever heard Dan say that gold is worthless. The things that I did hear that I do hear Dan say a lot that I would agree with is that, some of the issues with gold is that there's no fundamentals with gold. It doesn't have any fundamentals of its own, and it is still a speculative commodity. So if you look at the volatility and the history of gold, you're going to see that gold can be just as volatile as the stock portfolio that you may be trying to move out of some. Other issues with gold are the way that you buy it. So you have to purchase gold from someone, and Dan always recommends, if you do own it, keep it to 5 to 10% of your overall investable portfolio. But if you are going to buy it and hold the physical gold. Some of the issues with the gold and the gold products out there is that if you look at all of the ETFs and the mutual funds and things like that, there's likely more gold being represented in those positions than there is actual physical metal. So if you are going to own it, take possession of the metal yourself. Now, you can't do that in an IRA. It's just part of the law. So if you're going to try to buy it in an IRA, you're going to have somebody else hold it. You're going to have to pay storage fees. Gold doesn't pay dividends. So if you're taking income off your portfolio, let's say that you had a 100% gold portfolio, well, you're not going to get any income off of that. So you're going to have to systematically sell off some of the gold. Commissions can be really high. We've heard some real horror stories in what it costs people to get out of their gold. Commissions in the industry, that the securities industry, are very heavily regulated. There's limits on what they can do. There's not so much regulated in the metals industry. So those are some of the things that you can do. The last comment that she makes there about praying about it, but still having no clarity. Oh, that's something I've struggled with a lot too. Whenever I go to the Lord and I ask him for a question, sometimes his silence gives more guidance than when I hear things. So when we don't hear from the Lord about something specific, it's not that he doesn't care, because he cares about everything. Maybe he just wants our patience. Maybe he wants our obedience. Maybe he wants us to sit still and listen for the answer. And as we do, it may turn out that there are other issues that are more important than that. So, if 12% is already, she mentions, is in gold and silver, that's really at the top of the allocation for, what the financial issues strategy would call for. It doesn't specifically call for metals, by the way, but the Timothy Plan has a defensive strategies fund that does own some of that. So, you have to look at some of your other holdings. If you're following that strategy and you have that, you may have more than the 12% that you think that you have.
Hey, remember to click the subscribe button right here on the screen. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when new content is added. And more importantly than anything, you don't want to miss all 3 live hours of financial issues every day from 9 to noon. And you can watch it on FISM.tv. That's FISM.tv.